welcome back to Minecraft Bedrock Edition with Fix. I could not even remember the name of my series. I know it's going to be dark, and that's right when I hit record, but I want to get into what we're doing today, and then I'm going to do a little bit of work off camera right at the front of this episode, because I did something last episode that I really, really liked, where I started mixing in some of these kind of roads coming off of the main road. So the main roads are still blackstone, which I really like. But then for interest's sake, I started bringing in some of the more side roads like this. And man, it's a lot better. It's a lot nicer. So what I want to do is I want to go back through the town, through Old Town, which is our kind of done area. And I want to lift off a bunch of the blackstone from the edges and throw in some of the coarse dirt, some of the path walks, some of this podzol that I've been harvesting, and that kind of stuff. And just make it look like it's not so perfect, right? Like, I think that right now our town, well, our roads are they're like flawless, right? It's just like, if you go up here, you see blackstone, grass. That's not great, right? Like, let's bring in some of this on the side, which is something I kind of always really thought I would get to, but you know how it goes. Like, if you don't do it, you just kind of don't do it. Like, you think, oh, I'll get to that, and then you just don't get to it, and then all of a sudden you realize, like, oh crap, I just never did those things I was really trying to do, and it really does makes just a massive difference in just, I don't know, just make it look like people have walked through here, you know, and I think it's something that I really want to focus on. So that's what we're going to be focusing on today. We're not going to do any big building. Last episode, I know it's nighttime. Last episode we did, we did a bridge, and we did that house, and we did this house, that house, that house, that house. There's one around the back of this, maybe two around the back. Yeah, we did all these houses, plus all those landscaping, plus little points of interest, campfire, and all that kind of stuff. Yeah, we did a lot of stuff. Yeah, I didn't do the interiors yet. I'll do all this district probably all at the same time. It's a little faster to do all your interiors kind of together, because then you have like sort of your inventory full of interior stuff, you know what I mean? So we'll probably do it like that. But I have a lot of work that I want to accomplish here, as far as just making the place look a little bit beat down. You know, make it look like people actually live here, and I think it's going to be really good. But boy, this cliff has a lot. But regardless, we're going to do some work right off the top of this, and I will come back and show you. This isn't going to be great, like time-lapse footage or anything like that. I think this is probably going to be like, I'm just going to do it, and then I'll kind of show you what we did. Okay, let's do it like that. Cool. All right, see you in a minute. Yes. I'm so glad I did this. This is so much better now, just with some love. Nothing special, you know. I just used podzol and coarse dirt and path block and some of my my custom dirt slabs around here, and it just looks so much more interesting. It looks like people have worn away some of the blackstone pavement here and started, you know, making some human signs of life here. I really like it. You know, speaking of lore a little bit in humans and the people who live in this kingdom, the lore is going to be really juicy. I'm mixed on how much I want to give up, because I have an outline written for about 7 episodes so far of the lore of Tovalin. That's the name of this world, by the way, is Tovalin. And I don't know how much I should just give up to you in the middle of an episode, or if you'd rather wait. I don't know. You know, could you just leave me a comment? Leave me a comment and tell me, hey, no, just give us a little taste, or no, I want to wait for the lore episodes and sort of be blindsided by it, because there's some twists and turns and some things that I think are going to be really interesting from a storytelling standpoint. But if you'd kind of like to know who these people are and where they came from and what their motivation is, all that kind of stuff, then maybe I can drop some in an episode. You have to let me know. I would really like to read that in the comments down below and just kind of see what you're thinking. Now, I said before we were going to work on the roads here, and I kind of anticipated that would take the whole episode, but it turns out that I just did it all off camera while I was watching The Leftovers. You guys watch The Leftovers? It's an HBO show. It got really high reviews, and a couple of my friends watched it, and they said it was really great. And man, I'm in season 3 now, and I'm just so the premise of The Leftovers is that one day, randomly, like 2% of the world's population all over the world just disappear. Boom, gone. Like, so was it the Rapture? Was it aliens? Was it ghosts? What was it, right? And the series I thought would be all about kind of tracking down and figuring out what happened, but it's not really that much about that, as much as it's about the people who are well, the leftovers. I guess the title is a bit of a giveaway, and about how they would cope and deal with this, right? And it's very interesting. It's not exactly what I thought it would be. It's very sad. I mean, there are some really sad moments. It's funny. You Google it and people are like, no, it's uplifting. And I'm like, yeah, it's really freaking sad. I'm saying, on the verge of tears every episode, but it's good. It's a well-made show, and I'm looking forward to sort of the conclusion. It's only 3 seasons long here. I'm looking forward to seeing what happens next, but that's neither here nor there. What I do want to work on a little bit right here for the rest of this episode is this area. Now, I have an idea. And plans are going to change a little bit. What I was going to do is, borrowing from the Realm of Vasten idea, I was going to do a bit of a drop. Like, I was going to do a tower up on top of here. Like, let me see, up here. Yeah, like a tower up on top of this little cliff, and you would just drop down and fall down. But that, I've since changed my plans. There's going to be a different way to get in and out of here that I think is going to be kind of interesting. Okay, change of plans. What I want to do, let's sleep while I talk. What I want to do is I want to make a house with a sort of secret entrance, and that is going to be how you get down to where the end portal is. And there's going to be a whole bunch of lore and storyline behind that, and who the people with the secret end portal in their basement are and all that kind of stuff. But in the meantime, I want to get the world, again, kind of thinking forward as far as getting the world ready for a world download. And unfortunately, I'm going to do something that I hate. I truly hate, is I'm going to destroy something that I built. And man, this is not my thing. I generally, if I build something, I will work like crazy to edit it and eventually make it work rather than just destroy it. But I think this pathway, which goes the entire way to spawn, this is a very long road. You can see it just goes off and off and off and off. I don't think that this is the direction I want to go with this world. I had originally thought before I got more into terraforming and the bigger projects, I think I kind of thought like, oh, it'd be really cool to have just like a minecart that could take you to different places. And man, with an Elytra, I'm never going to take a minecart places. I mean, come on, man. Like, I'll just zip around with the minecart. I'll zip around with an Elytra, not a minecart, rather. So, it's just, I don't think it's that great an idea. I think probably pre-Elytra I would do something like that, but so we're going to get rid of all these now. I'll try to pick up as many materials as I can, but honestly, I probably won't, because in the time that I could go back and pick up all these materials, I could probably just go down and mine out of the hole under the mountain just as fast. So we're going to get rid of all of this. And yeah, it's going to be a grinder for sure, because this minecart goes so like hundreds of blocks. So, but yeah, it's got to go. And then if I want to do more of a castle wall, then cool. I'll just do more of a castle wall. That won't be a problem at all. But I think it's a bit of an eyesore. It's been a bit of an eyesore for quite a while, and I think now it's just time to address this to keep our world moving forward. Take the next best positive step forward. So I'm gonna work on this. I have about 5 minutes left in the Broncos Titans game, and I need what's his name? What's the running back for the Titans name? I need 7 points from him to win my fantasy game. So I'm going to go watch that. Okay, I'm going to go watch that and grind and get rid of this road, and then we'll come back and take a look at the new, clean, finished, picturesque, beautiful world that we have after this. Oh, this is a huge change. I got to make more rockets. Oh, darn it. Well, let's talk while I make some rockets. I'm sure I have the stuff for now. So yeah, this is something I should have done a really long time ago. I just, I've been looking at, ever since I did that elevated walkway minecart thing situation that I had, I've never felt great about it. I always felt like, yeah, it'll be cool. Yeah, it'll be cool. It's like talking myself into it, and I kind of have been leaning on, I don't know what I'm going to do about this. I don't want the wall to be there. The wall, the castle wall is sort of turning more organic and less very straight, although it's still quite straight. But I mean, you know what I'm saying? Like, it's just, the plans changed of the kingdom, and it is so much better now. The view of the mountain is so much better. It doesn't sort of stretch off oddly over to the farming kingdom. Spawn. We got to name that section of town at some point. We should name all the different districts at some point. You know, this is Old Town. And that's the only name that I have so far. I'd like to name sort of all the different areas, I think. You know, another thing I really love about, now that I've taken that down, look how much better this is. Oh, this is so much better. I do think I'm gonna put houses here. We'll put a little set of like district houses right there, because I think that's gonna play off to the mountain and how big it is. There'll be very small houses though. They'll be all one floor, one story, maybe like, I don't want to call them slums, but maybe slightly lower income housing, because they'd be out of the protection of the walls. Yeah, I think that'd be a really good place. And that area needs something. I don't want to do more farms. But the nice thing about having the walls here, you know, if you're looking at these farms, the farms are outside the walls. It really looks like for a long time, maybe this is how big this kingdom was. And then as the population boomed, you know, people sort of started moving out and living over there in a little fishing village and living up there in what's going to be eventually the haunted house build or whatever, you know, over this whole thing area here is going to be city of some sort, you know. And yeah, I'm really very inspired by it. I think it's cool. I'm really glad I took that down. I think it's going to be a really nice change. You know, another thing I want to do is I want to add more farmland to this world, because there is not nearly enough farm right now. Like, just with how many houses we have right now, there's not nearly enough farm to cover the amount of people that we have. We need a lot more farms and a lot more variation of crops and all that kind of stuff. So what I'm thinking is that we just take the road back. Here's one of my plans for this world. You know, you guys know, if you've been on the channel for a while, you know how much I love the world of Articraft. Oops, sorry, wheat. I didn't break wheat. Wow, man. You know how much. That's so funny. I didn't break wheat when I fell from way up there, but then up here I just tried to jump over this one block and I broke it. Anyway, you know how much I love the world of Articraft. It's just so great. And one thing that I love, probably the thing I love the very most about it, is how everywhere you walk in every direction, there are just perfectly manicured landscape. Like every space is used. Even nature has clearly been done. Now they do that because they use World Painter and they use, you know, World Edit, and they use all the things that it takes to really make a manicured landscape. Obviously we don't have that here, but that's something I want to add. So if we take this road along here, you're looking at a lot of just nothing, right? Like, this area is really cool, but you look over it and you got nothing. You got nothing over here. Now I could do crop fields. You know, I could do crop fields here. I could do maybe more city. Maybe here we actually probably will do a crop field, because it's separate the sort of fishing village from the rest of it. But then over in that area right there, we could do maybe houses. And but then a bigger issue with this world comes once you go through here. Now this is going to actually be a tunnel that goes through the mountain. But once you leave here, you get to first a bridge that's not even a bridge, for one thing. And secondly, this road right here. Look, there's just nothing. There's just nothing at all. There's this little like walkway to get down, which is nice. It's not nothing. But then after you get here, you just get to be a road. Do I have a bed? Yeah, I do have a bed. Okay, let's sleep. But take a look down in this area right here, and you'll see there's just nothing. It's a nicely finished road, you know, not super interesting, but there's just nothing. So like all this area, I want to blow up all this area. Before I make a road to any new areas, I want to completely manicure everything that you can see, right? So from the road to basically the horizon. Now, look, if I don't manicure those extreme hills or something, that is kind of a different thing. You know what I mean? But like this whole area here, I want all of this to be done. So when you're walking through here, it looks like every block is where it's supposed to be. It looks like sort of the other bit of the town, right? By the way, can you check out the durability loss on my picks just from taking down that thing I had already built? Yay, what a difference. So now without this wall, this is going to bring up another little thing. This over here, is going to be kind of like my enchanted forest biome. I want to do a custom biome right here, like right here in town. So one of the things that I'm doing is I'm growing a lot of podzol on the ground right along here, right? So, I think what I'm trying to do here is I'm trying to get all of the spruce trees. Every time I plant them, I try to plant them in different areas so that I'll get more podzol, and then we're going to eventually cover this entire area with brown. Now, without a wall, that is going to make this a lot more difficult, because how do you end a custom biome smoothly without a wall, right? Now, going up against this mountain, easy, no problem there at all. So what I'm kind of thinking I might need to do is I might need to do some landscaping in this custom biome to make it kind of like a natural barrier. So maybe I'll do something like a cliff or a hill or something right where this color changes. Yeah, you see it? See the color change from the green forest into the sort of, I don't know, olive green of the taiga biome. So maybe we'd have to do some sort of barrier. If you have any good ideas of what kind of barrier here that's not a wall, I mean, we could do a wall, but I'm looking for other options that aren't just a wall. Maybe, I don't know what to do. Like we could, these cliffs, I don't want to really mess up these cliffs because I think they're actually really nice. So I don't know. I need something to come up here that's going to break up this custom biome once we get there. But regardless, we're not doing that. We're not doing that today. But man, look at what a difference it is without that dumb walkway. It actually, if you walked over this area and you see all the fields out, and then you see the castle walls and you see the castle way up there, oh man, it feels like a kingdom, right? This feels like a fairy tale, and that's kind of the feeling definitely that I'm going for. Is I'm trying for a real real fairy tale look, and I think this is really cool. I think that sheep farm walls could maybe use some love. It's very, very plain. Maybe should we just go do that right now because I'm thinking about it? Yeah, let's do that. All right, that's a nice little touch. I didn't do a lot. Just put a little frame around the window just to break up that. It was a bit of a wall of white, and it's one of those things I didn't really notice until I was standing way back there and looking. But yeah, up here it breaks it up a little bit. I still don't know what I'm going to do. That walkway up there is kind of blah. I'm either going to get rid of it completely or make it better somehow. I'm not sure. I mean, it wouldn't be that bad to just kind of do like a small roof over it, or even just even just a railing might be fine. It has to be something that's just one block thick of stone. Maybe we could just do an easy, simple little roof here, kind of copying like what we already had. Of course, I don't have any spruce. Cool. Derrick Henry. That's the name of the running back for Tennessee that I was trying to remember, who I only needed 2 points at the end of the game from. 2 points is all I need from the end of the game. 2 points. And Tennessee drives down the field. And now keep in mind, their field goal kicker, Glasgowski, sorry if you hate sports, by the way, their field goal kicker had already missed like 4 kicks in the game. So you think, well, they're not going to trust him to kick again. They'll definitely hand it off to the running back, and he'll definitely get those 2 points because they're inside the 10-yard line, right? Nope. They kick the field goal, and Fix loses his game by about 1.5 points. How about that? It's crap. It's such crap. Utter total crap. All right, that's it. I know. There's like the only thing less interesting than someone else's fantasy football team is listening to someone tell you about their dreams. I get it. I know. I understand. But, man, I stayed up till like 1:30 in the morning watching this stupid game, and I came up just barely short at the end. It really hurts. It really hurts. Anyway, all right, it's time to sleep, and I have a bunch of spruce. I'm in my to-be future enchanted forest area, just cutting down more trees just to clear the land. I think I am going to do some sort of landscaping. I just need I need a really solid idea on what kind of landscaping to do, and I'm not quite there yet. So I'm hoping that maybe you folks can help me out on that. That is so much better. It's so much better. Can you even notice the difference? I'm not sure, but having that for one thing, using spruce instead of oak to really make it look like that wall just goes right through. I love it. Man, what a difference. Nice job, me. Nice job, me, I said. Yeah, I think it's really nice. Anyway, look, I think what we're going to do is we're going to wrap up today's episode here. And then tomorrow, this might be coming out Friday. I don't remember what day right now we're at, but the next episode is going to be episode 123, which means we have 2 episodes left before the world tour. So if that's the case, then I think what we're going to really have to do is work on this section over here, right? I mean, we got to get this done. So I think next episode, we're going to build all of these houses and at least have Old Town, you know, quote unquote, if you will, finish, right? I mean, that's going to be kind of the idea. So there's only 1, 2, 3, 4, yeah, only 4 houses here. That's not terrible. These houses are pretty easy. And then I do have to do all the interiors of all these houses as well. And again, those are really easy because these are just houses. They're probably not shops. Just where people live, you know. Maybe we'll tack on this house as well just to get it done. This was going to be a barn. It still may be, but I don't know. I'm a little lukewarm on having a barn here inside the city gates. I don't know that it really makes sense. It might just be, I don't even know what we could do because this is where the cows have to go down to their little artificial cow pasture. I don't know. I need a good idea for that. Right now I don't have one, but maybe I will before episode 125. Okay, I'll see you all next time. Thanks so much for watching, spending part of your day. I really do appreciate it. Leave a like if you don't mind. I've heard all good things about leaving likes on videos and how much that really helps out the channel, so I know I would really appreciate it. And if you don't mind, drop it. Okay, we'll see you next time. Bye everybody. Bye everybody.